What's going on, guys? Patrick here, bringing you a brand new video. Today we got another killer video for you guys full of information. Today we're going to be talking about a huge Bitcoin move that I think is going to be coming in very soon. We're also be talking about a major lawsuit that came in the crypto space as well as tons of other news that went on in the cryptocurrency space. But guys, before we get started with that, if you guys are interested in making money trading cryptocurrency, make sure you check out the first link in the description or the first link in the comments for the cryptocurrency trade alert group. I post every single one of the trades that brought me to a six-figure portfolio in this group, so that if you're a complete beginner, if you don't have time to do technical analysis or you don't know how to do technical analysis, you can copy my exact trade. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to set up, and after that, profits are taken automatically for you. So it becomes really passive. We have altcoin trades, we have leverage trades, and we have the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space full of people ready and able to answer any question that you might have 24/7. With everything going on in the world, we still have our free 14-day trial, so you can try this out for completely free, and then if you decide that this is not for you, you can simply cancel your membership and you will not get charged. It's as easy as, like I said, with everything going on, we're trying to do our part. We're trying to do the best we can to help as many people out. Just recently, we had an Ethereum trade a few days ago that hit every single one of our targets, and we also had another Ethereum trade today, which we got in at the right time, at the perfect time, and we've been riding that into several profit targets as well. As you guys can tell, it was a perfect time to enter Ethereum. So if you guys are interested in that, first link down below in the description. I can't wait to see you guys in there. But let's dive into some technical analysis and look at what's going on in the charts, because a lot of people have been talking about this pattern, and I want to share with you guys my thoughts. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to doing technical analysis, what you're going to realize is that a lot of the times you can sort of shift and see different patterns with the same results. And I saw somebody talk about this today where they did a very good job, and they showed that, well, if you simply draw a line like this, right, just connecting the two, as a terribly drawn line, but connecting this and connecting this, you can have a bearish pattern forming, right? You can have a wedge that's bearish forming versus what we have drawn over here, which is a more bullish pattern forming. So that's something to keep in mind. You can draw things differently, and a lot of the times when it comes to being good at trading, when it comes to being able to identify this, it simply comes with practice, having seen this happen over and over again, and just having a gut feeling of what is going to go on. That's tough to say, because obviously I wish there was an easier way of explaining. I wish there was a way that beginners could get it 100% of the time. But the truth is, the more you've seen these patterns before, the more you've experienced it, the more likely you are to know what exactly is forming and what to expect when you do see it again. Now, to me, what I'm looking at right now, when we talked about volume dropping for the last few weeks, even definitely the last few days, we've talked about volume dropping, and that usually leads to a big Bitcoin move. Now, what we're seeing right now is Bitcoin at 7,123 is it's trying again to retest and try to break above this level. We've seen several wicks at this point on the daily time frame, so it's a little early for us to confirm that for us to say that this is a confirmed break. However, you will notice as well that what we see happening right here is also entering the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame, entering the strong resistance point, which is going to be up here, roughly around the $7,200, $7,250 mark. So we're entering a range of a lot of resistance where we've tried to break out before several times, like I mentioned with the wicks, and we're waiting to see if we do get a confirmed break above this EMA ribbon, and we do have a confirmed break above this pattern, then to me, targets are relatively high, because I think we could be seeing a very large Bitcoin move. And I think we're due for a large move. Now, if it's going to be to the upside or if it's going to be to the downside, that's the part that we are going to have to keep our eye out on. And if you are in the group, of course, I will update you guys on any position that I'm in so that we can both win and you guys can get an idea of what it is that I'm looking at and what trade it is that I am entering. But to me right now, we need the confirmed break. We have strong resistance at this level. If you open the VPVR, you'll see a very similar thing. Strong resistance at this level. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do actually have a retest of $7,000 first, before we see if we do continue lower or if we do try to break above there. I mentioned you guys the trade I was in. It hit targets. To me right now, full disclosure, I'm not entering any new position, or I have not entered a position yet that hasn't hit targets. I'm only in the Ethereum trade that has hit targets. So everything to me right now is pure profit, and I'm waiting to find the right entry. I wanted to give you guys that information just so you guys, full transparency as to what it is that is going on my end. Now the 4-hour time frame, again, we like to narrow it down. The 4-hour time frame, we do see after what we had going on over here, which was the very tight EMA ribbons, usually doesn't indicate much of a trend. So we had obviously the bouncing above and below it following our supports here. That's what we were keeping an eye out on. Now we did have a break above the EMA ribbon here, which led to the EMA ribbon looking more like we usually prefer to see it. And this has been acting as support then during this range, as you guys can tell, support over here before trying to see that breakout. Now, like I said, we've seen wicks happen over and over again at this time, so do not jump in too early, and make sure if you do jump in, you have your take profit set, you know what you're looking for, and you have your stop losses set as well to make sure that things don't reverse and you end up getting liquidated. Because what happens a lot of the time is people do end up getting liquidated because they get a little overconfident with their trade. That's the 4-hour. On the 1 hour, again, we are seeing the EMA ribbon come to catch up. We are above it. It's a bullish trend. We are obviously having the EMA ribbon come catch up to the price to see if it's going to act as support where we continue above it and we do bounce above it, or if we are going to start looking to break below. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised for us to even coming down to retest the $7,050 mark before we see exactly how it's going on. That would tie in pretty well with the EMA ribbon. 7,050 would be right around here. So it would tie in pretty well there as well. So that's just my short-term view on Bitcoin. I still expect a big move to be coming in. It could be a $500, it could be a $1,000 move. What direction exactly it's going to be headed in right now is the part that I'm waiting to see. I'm seeing a lot of people jump into the bullish trend. To me right now, of course, I mentioned to you guys what I want to see break, then I think it's going to be bullish. And I think it's better to give you guys sort of what I'm looking at in terms of what levels I'm looking to break versus trying to predict before anything is confirmed what exactly I'm suggesting, what exactly I'm predicting. Because what happens is a lot of the times people want to predict things for their own egos, and to me, you take out emotions of this. That's how you look at the charts. That's how you win often. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So if I see something by the next video, I'll keep you guys updated. To me, I'm still looking at the key levels that I talked about. This right here, wanted to breaking this, or seeing if we break this resistance, or if this is a fake out and we do actually break below this trend line, then again, things could get pretty bad and we could see a very big drop to the, a very big move to the downside. So two potential large moves with the volume dropping. I think it's going to be a large move. What direction it's going to be, I'm keeping a look at those two different things so we can jump in depending on what happens. That's the best way that you guys are going to see to win over and over and over again, to actually win in this market and to be successful in this market, is going to be by knowing what you're looking for in order to enter a trade, right? Not trying to predict it too early, not trying to, maybe the guy that made a video saying I entered cross leverage at the bottom, because 99.99999% of people are going to lose using that method. So you want to make sure you're consistent. I can't emphasize that enough. I see a lot of bad information flowing around, so I wanted to make sure you guys understood that coming from me. Now, Bitcoin price, where exactly we're looking at on the overall chart, $201 billion. Bitcoin's up 5% today. Ethereum's up 10% today. A good day to be in Ethereum. But overall, being as the biggest cryptocurrencies are in the green, it's bringing the whole market up. 16% for Stellar, 13% for Cosmos, 11% for Zilliqa, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the gist of it. Way more green than red in the market today. Now, you guys have been enjoying the little talk about stocks. Let's keep an eye out on what's happening. We've opened the day looking a little green in terms of the S&P 500. This is the ETF trust. Depending on what exchange you guys are looking at, things vary a little bit. The point is, even if we look at one that we've been looking at for a long time, just as an indicator, I just use Delta Airlines because we've been looking at it before. I was able to capitalize on a move over here, so I do like it there. But of course, it's just we're just looking at it as one of the stocks that are out there that could be very good. We found support again previously where we had the low drawn before. We found support again, waiting to see if we do bounce above it or if this time we do see further red. I will say I do still expect there to be more red in the market, the stock market that is. The crypto market, we'll see exactly if it does have a correlation to that, but I do expect more red in the stock market before we have any form of recovery. So keep that in mind. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. That's what I'm looking at. So if I were looking to enter, I'd be looking to get some at the support, and then I'd be looking to place orders below as well, just in case I'm right and just in case things do drop further. I want to make sure that I'm in the right position. Now, we're going to end this off, before we talk about the halving, we're going to end this off to looking at the lawsuit that came in. ICO crackdown, 11 class action lawsuits were filed against some of the biggest cryptocurrency companies. These are companies like BitMEX, I believe, got one. Tron Foundation got one. Binance got one. A lot of big names got one in the space. Here you go. All 3 lawsuits claim that organizations like the Tron Foundation, BitMEX, Binance, Bybit, Block.one allegedly sold unregistered securities to retail investors. This is going to be an interesting story to follow along with, because who knows what exactly this is going to bring, how long this is going to last, what impact this is going to have on the prices. That's going to be something that I'm going to keep my eye out on, and something that I'm going to keep you guys updated on. But I wanted to let you guys know, not necessarily the greatest of news, but ending on a good note. 36 days, 20 hours, 1 minute and 53 seconds until the Bitcoin halving. Let's see how things play out. I still expect we can see more red before we get there, but my overall bigger term thoughts, don't want to say prediction, bigger term thoughts are that long term, by the end of the year, towards the end of the year, we're going to see some green, and I expect us to break above that 10K mark, and I expect us to start seeing some very interesting Bitcoin price and very high Bitcoin prices. But guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of the video and what more information you guys want to see from me. If you have any questions, whatever it is, leave that in the comments down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another video.